Konbi in Los Angeles is famous for serving Japanese-style sandwiches. Specifically, their pork Katsu sandwich caught my eye, and since I have half a loaf of shakupan in my freezer, I asked myself, how could I recreate a similar sandwich with ingredients I always have on hand in the least amount of time possible with a simple cleanup? 22 minutes later, here it is. Hey everyone, I'm Ethan, a home cooking nerd who likes to find better ways to cook and share them with all of you. So this is my first time ever making this sandwich. I didn't even bother recipe testing it, but it's fairly similar to other stuff we've done on the channel. Plus it'll make the taste test a little bit more interesting. See you in a bit. To start, set a wok over medium-low heat and add enough peanut oil to fry the chicken, probably about 2 inches. Peanut oil is my go-to for the neutral flavor and higher saturated fat, which leads to crispier bits. While that heats up, let's prep the chicken. I decided to use chicken breast since I had some in the fridge, and we're going to use the same flattening technique I showed in my grilled chicken video, which will give us even and faster cooking. Once flattened, I'm going to cut the chicken into kind of a rough square to fit the bread. This is purely for presentation, plus it just makes the sizes a little bit more manageable for the sandwich. Next, generously season both sides of the chicken with salt. It turns out that konbi actually uses a koji brine, which achieves similar results to a salt brine, and if you do have the time to try it out, I would go for it, but we are going fast today. Once seasoned, set the chicken aside and prep the breading station with 3 trays. One with about 30 grams of flour and 15 grams of cornstarch, one with a beaten egg, and one with about 30 grams of panko breadcrumbs. Place the chicken in the flour first, lightly coating both sides, then move it over to the egg mixture and do the same, before finally finishing in the panko breadcrumbs. And really make sure you press the breadcrumbs into the chicken to ensure even coverage and sticking of the crust. With the chicken breaded, let's head to the stove. Verify the temperature of the oil is between roughly 325 to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Mine was actually a little low, so I took this time to wash up my breading station. Then once the oil was back up to that 325 to 350 mark, I slowly dropped the chicken into the oil, and we're going to fry it until it's nice and golden brown, in total about 6 to 8 minutes. Now while the magic of frying goes on, we can continue washing stuff, or I'm going to prepare the toppings. First, thinly slice some green cabbage and add it to a bowl along with a squeeze of lemon juice and a pinch of salt and mix it up until it just slightly wilts. Konbi is said to use Kewpie mayo and bulldog tonkatsu sauce, but since I have neither of those and didn't feel like buying them just for a single sandwich, here are my substitutions. For the tonkatsu sauce, I mixed 2 parts sriracha, 2 parts hoisin, 2 parts ketchup, 1 part Worcestershire sauce, and 1 part soy sauce, and just mix that together. For the mayo, I mixed regular mayo with a squeeze of lemon juice for some tang, a grated garlic clove for some aromatic punch, and finally a pinch of granulated MSG, which is the key ingredient used in Kewpie mayo. Back at the stove, the chicken should be nice and golden brown at this stage, and I like to test the doneness of mine with a thermometer. I generally try to shoot for 155, but as you can see, this smaller piece got a little bit higher than that, but the bigger piece was around that 150 to 155 range with a 45-second rest. You're going to move the chicken to a paper towel on a wire rack to catch some excess oil, then move it down to the wire portion so it doesn't get soggy, but meanwhile, let's assemble this sandwich. First, get 2 nice slices of the shakupan bread, and then lay those down and spread the mayo, followed by the tonkatsu sauce and that wilted cabbage. Then you're going to place the chicken katsu on top, and you should put a little more sauce here, I don't know why I forgot to, and then finally the last piece of bread. Now, I'm normally partial to a diagonal cut sandwich, but I thought I'd try out the way of konbi, which is first to cut off the outside crust on 2 opposite sides, then the sandwich is cut into 3 equal lengthwise pieces, and there you have it. 22 minutes of work. Let's taste test. All right, everybody, taste test time. Got my roommate here because he's actually home for once on the weekend, so I thought we'd do the taste test together because naturally I'm going to be biased. So I'll let you go first, and then I'll take a bite. Yeah. It's just the, that's like the style that the restaurant that makes this sandwich does it. First impressions. Textures. Give me textures first.
Great bread to meat ratio.
Yeah?
Very, very juicy meat.
What about the texture of the chicken? Crunchy?
It's hard to tell.
It's been sitting a while. You could try a piece of that chicken just to... it passes the crunch test.
Oh yeah.
What about the sauces? Also, I haven't told him anything about this sandwich.
I wouldn't call it spicy, but it's just got like, I guess like a tangy, flavorful sauce. Yeah.
Where would you put it on things that I've made the past week?
I'm a big pizza guy, so I feel like the pizza was probably number one. This is it's a close second though.
All right. We'll take that. All right, I'm gonna give a taste test too. Like I said, first time I've made the sandwich too. Agree with the bread meat ratio. Super nice. Didn't really do that on purpose, but chicken to bread, really nice. The slaw, nice little tangy component. And then I probably would have added more sauce. I actually meant to drizzle more on top and I completely forgot to. Other than that, super well balanced sandwich, crunchy, nice mouthfeel, comes together in like 25 minutes or something. Ridiculously quick, ridiculously good. Hopefully you guys make it. Gonna catch you guys next time. Peace.